Ximena Bustillo, NPR politics reporter who was inside the courtroom today. Michael Discioarro, New York City criminal defense lawyer, former prosecutor in Manhattan. Great to have you back. Ximena, start with you. What was going on during this? You've got Stormy Daniels, who's a celebrity in and of herself. She's now being cross-examined. Did the body language between her and Trump change between when sort of she seemed to be on offense with the prosecutor and now on defense with the defense attorneys?
Yeah, I think today she was definitely a little bit more collected and direct in her answers. You might remember that on Tuesday, she even got reprimanded by the judge himself for giving maybe too many details and not answering the questions directly. Today, she was a lot more pointed on what it was that she was responding to. So that was definitely a change in behavior.
All right, so one of the other moments of cross-examination, you acted and had sex in over 200 porn movies, right? And there are naked men and women having sex, including yourself in those movies. But according to you, seeing a man on a bed in a T-shirt and boxers was so upsetting you got lightheaded. This is the attorney talking about how Daniels said that she got lightheaded when she saw Donald Trump. I came out of the bathroom seeing an older man that I wasn't expecting to be there. And this has gotten a lot of coverage in terms of the cross-examination, how aggressive Trump's attorneys were. The term that has been thrown around by a lot of legal panels of lawyers who weren't there was slut-shaming. Take a listen.
I sat through 2 E. Jean Carroll trials and 2 cross-examinations of E. Jean Carroll, and I have to tell you, I agree with Sue wholeheartedly. This was very much what I'd call a nuts and sluts defense.
There's some slut shaming.
Yeah, and she cannot be shamed, right? I mean, she is in the adult film business, and she's fine with it. And I think you see Donald Trump, I think he was cursing yesterday, and you can see, I think, that it is his motivation to really shame this woman, and it's not working.
Michael, how can you say it's not working when you have no idea what is in the minds of the jurors?
Well, I mean, it's very difficult. You can only speculate. There's a danger when it comes to cross-examination. First, you notice they had a woman cross-examine her. That doesn't mean you get licenses to do something. Just because you're a woman is cross-examining a woman, rules still apply. I'm not sure I would have cross-examined her at all. When you have a witness that you want to cross-examine, Leland, and this is law school 101 stuff, what is it that you want from them? Can they give it to you? Can they hurt you? Because if you start playing this game like this lawyer did with her, she's a porn star. She has sex for money, whatever you want to say. But once you start getting into that gutter, you're not really helping your client. What can she do to help your case? Does she know anything about the finances? No. Does she know anything about accounting? No. Does she know anything about, maybe you could ask her if Donald Trump treated her fairly. Are you going to deny that they had sex? That's pretty much been well established. I don't think, she's a grifter because she was selling T-shirts and she did a tour based on having sex with Trump. But I don't know you get a lot out of her when you cross-examine her.
Yeah, Ximena, when you were in the courtroom listening to all of this, we're 14 days in, and we really haven't gotten to the criminal part of this, which is, did Donald Trump's business at his direction properly account for these payments to Stormy Daniels? Have we gotten to just the point of boredom by some members of the jury and maybe even some reporters yet?
I think at certain points there have definitely been some lows as there have been some highs. The entire point so far has been primarily proving some level of intent. And that is what Tuesday and today were about with examining Stormy Daniels' story. What was it that former President Trump may have wanted to conceal? And that is the point of her testimony, even though it doesn't necessarily relate to the method of him potentially falsifying business records. So that part still needs to be explained. We are also still listening to a lot of testimony about how mail was sent between the Trump Organization and the White House. I think about 3 different custodial witnesses have testified to that. You kind of see the jurors paying attention, taking a lot of notes, but also at the same time, maybe getting a little tired of the little tiny details that come with all of this process.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.